As of May 26, 2025, the Port of Los Angeles, the most critical U.S. gateway for international trade, reported a 35% drop in incoming cargo volumes. With 1 in 4 scheduled vessels failing to arrive, the once efficient supply chain is now on the verge of collapse, affecting the economy in ways not seen in decades. This crisis isn't driven by a virus or natural disaster. It's a result of trade policy, tariffs, and economic retaliation. Earlier this year, President Trump reimposed tariffs on goods from China, Mexico, Canada, and Europe, including aluminum, steel, textiles, electronics, and produce. Some Chinese goods now face tariffs as high as 145%. Even small packages, vital to e-commerce platforms like Temu and Shine, are taxed. As tariffs soared, the system began to break down. Companies front-loaded shipments to fill warehouses, but now face empty shelves as inventories dry up and new orders stop coming in. Exporters are cutting shipments or rerouting them entirely. The Port of Los Angeles, typically handling over a dozen ships a day, saw only 6 dock last week. More than 20 voyages were canceled, causing delays of nearly 300,000 containers. The Port of Mobile in Alabama has experienced a 40% drop in shipments from China. Railroads are moving fewer goods, not due to strikes, but because cargo simply isn't arriving. This breakdown in logistics is devastating. The supply chain, once based on momentum, ports feeding trucks, trucks feeding warehouses, and warehouses feeding stores, is stalling. Gene Soka, executive director of the Port of Los Angeles, warned that in 5 to 7 weeks, inventories will run dry, leading to empty shelves. The impact on retail is already visible. Back-to-school supplies, Halloween costumes, and summer apparel, which should be arriving now, are delayed or canceled. With goods in short supply, prices are rising. This inflationary pressure leads to reduced consumer spending, which in turn triggers layoffs, a scenario that economists are already forecasting. JP Morgan raised the probability of a U.S. recession to 60%, and the IMF has downgraded its growth projections, expecting a $50 billion GDP loss from disrupted trade, rising input costs, and weakened consumer confidence. The effect on major industries is equally severe. Automakers like Ford have raised prices, with Ford increasing the cost of its Mexico-built models by up to $2,000. Retailers like Target and Walmart are also facing rising costs, particularly for fruits and vegetables imported from Mexico. The tariff burden is passed directly onto consumers. Factories are also shutting down, as critical parts run short and production lines grind to a halt. The just-in-time manufacturing model, once the epitome of efficiency, has become a vulnerability. With bonded warehouses filled to capacity and customs backlogged for months, companies are stuck in a logistical quagmire. As the crisis deepens, a revolt is brewing. 12 U.S. states have filed a lawsuit arguing that the tariffs were imposed without congressional approval. The outcome could redefine the limits of executive authority in trade wars. In the coming weeks, the U.S. will face a crucial decision. Is this trade war a passing disruption or the beginning of a full-blown economic fracture? The supply chain is thinning, GDP is slowing, and prices are climbing. The next few weeks will determine what comes next. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more updates and content. We've got plenty more coming your way.